6:15, and if you didn't know, it has happened again. The U.S. Secret Service says there was another attempt to assassinate former President Donald Trump.
The would-be assassin is in custody this morning, and as Doug Luzada reports from Washington, there are now renewed questions about protection protocols. We're checking in with him now. Doug, good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right, run us through kind of how this assassination attempt is different from the previous one.
Well, you've got two very different events. That previous one in Pennsylvania was at a public rally, an outdoor rally, and the Secret Service clearly missed what was actually happening there, and they had to simply react after shots were fired by an assailant. In this case, this was not a public event. In fact, it wasn't even, advertised by the Trump campaign. It was just the former president playing golf. Now, it's probably not a stretch to come up with the idea that on an off day when he's not doing public events, he may very well be on his golf course. But nevertheless, an off-the-books event, in essence. And in this case, the Secret Service, there was clearly a Secret Service agent that, according to all reports, was very on the ball here and saw this rifle sticking through a fence and reacted pretty quickly and prevented what could have been a tragedy.
Yeah, so ultimately, a Secret Service agent, as you say, was on the ball in terms of making sure this wasn't worse, but it's already bad enough that there is an attempt. And so I feel like after we just watched the Secret Service on Capitol Hill, they will be back probably very soon answering more questions about what is going on.
And the Secret Service has not even finished their report on that Pennsylvania incident. And then this happens. I think there's going to be a lot of talk about security perimeters. Should there have been a wider perimeter for former President Trump? Should they have shut down that street? Maybe so. Obviously, a former president doesn't get the same level of protection as a sitting president. But is it enough? I mean, that's a critical question here after the former president has survived now 2 assassination attempts.
And we've got time before this general election, a lot of campaigning to do. We know Donald Trump is consistently out and about at these rallies. How do you see this second assassination attempt impacting his schedule and the events that he is willing to go to?
Well, we're not sure it's going to have any impact on the schedule at this point, but it may have an impact on how the Secret Service handles these kinds of things. Already, they had ramped up security at his big public events, bulletproof glass, that kind of thing, putting up barriers. But this raises questions about what happens when the president is not doing a public event and whether there needs to be beefed up security then as well.
Well, it's sad to see one way or the other. Thank you, Doug. I'm sure we'll have many more conversations about this.
Thank you.
Okay.